Hello there and welcome back to React with Mack. My name is McKay and today we're watching the third episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now last time we left off, our duo was going to meet Zemo, who we have not seen since Civil War. So I'm very interested to see what he thinks of the post-snap world, how he's been influenced by it, and while he is in jail right now, according to the trailers, he gets out, so I'm excited to see how he might evolve into become the villain of the story. Or at least a side villain or the main villain, and these flag smashers just might be a little intro, just excuse to get him out of jail. Meanwhile, the new Captain America is going on his own path, and I'm interested to see how he's going to figure this one out, because if they're going to continue the way they told the story with the last episode, we are going to get a little bit of John Walker's story arc throughout this as well. Might not be staying on just him with Sam and Bucky, but just going off on him on his own and seeing how he's evolving into this new position. Maybe the backlash that he's getting from people throughout the world or enemies. See how he has to deal with these new situations. Maybe we'll get some more flashbacks into how he got into this position, or we will get to see more of him challenging himself and trying to fit into this new world of superheroes that he has been thrust into. I'm really liking what they're doing with his character. It's been very interesting to see the split online of people validly disliking him due to the position that he holds and what he represents, but also just the writers making him like a nice guy. Again, like I said in the last episode though, right up until the last line. It's always that last line that he just ruins the entire personality and I go back to hating him. So I'm looking forward to more of those, perhaps. Or maybe he might get over that, we'll see. But what I'm looking forward to more is hopefully seeing Bucky and Sam work out their differences a little bit more in this episode. Like I said last time, they both have very valid points and reasons for doing what they're doing, and I appreciate that they're standing up for what they believe in, but I also just want to see them be buddies, be on the same side and work together really well. But we gotta travel a little bit farther in this story arc to get there first. So without further ado, let's jump right back into where we left off, episode 3 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Power Broker.
They say their mission is to get things back to the way it was during the blip. Maybe they're just trying to help.
That's the other thing with the flag smashers, that I've been seeing a lot of sympathy for them online, and it's definitely interesting to see how they kind of are a sympathetic evil within this. It'll be interesting to see whether our characters see their point and perhaps learn from it throughout the series as well.
The Global Repatriation Council knows that for many, it wasn't that easy.
I'm getting like The Boys feel from this, just in like the kind of cheesy commercial vibes. Yep, and then they're going to show the opposite of it.
Don't give them a second to delete, shred, or breathe.
Or breathe. That's ominous.
Lamar, need a translator. Ask him if he knows Carly Morgenthau and the Flag Smashers.
Dude, you can't learn other languages? Steve knew other languages? Come on. Oh.
Do you know who I am?
Insecurities. Insecurities.
He was obsessed with Hydra. We have a history together, trust me.
It's got a point. I just hope he doesn't say the words. Yeah, just started right off. It's the first where they try.
What are you talking about? You want to break Zemo out of jail? Where the hell are we, Buck? Have you lost your mind?
It's a drastic step.
And we also have 8 super soldiers that are loose.
They both got points.
You think the Wakandans forgot about it?
It's a rhetorical question. They didn't. Look, let me just walk you through a hypothetical. Can I walk you through a hypothetical?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh. Oh no.
Someone could use the chaos to their advantage.
He's got the run and everything. He's got it down. You practice this.
I
don't like how casual you're being about this. It's unnatural. Are you? And where are we, man?
That was the first question. Ooh, that's a good shot. And a good reveal.
If I may.
No!
He's a polite psychopath.
Okay, Zemo. Where do we start?
Again, their interests are killing it. Their interests are killing it.
Collected by family over the generations.
Oh. These are nice cars. Oh, there it is.
Someone can create an army.
Grab it. No?
So all this time you've been rich?
I'm a baron's son. My family was royalty until your friends destroyed my country.
It's a nice jacket, too. That's a really nice jacket. That's an expensive cosplay, but it would be fun. Especially with the mask. That was a good mask.
Who is Nakajima?
You touch that again, I'll kill you.
How'd he get that?
I told him about Trouble Man. He wrote it in that book. You hear it? What'd you think?
I like 40s music, so...
It is a masterpiece, James. Complete, comprehensive. It captures the African-American experience.
He's out of line, but he's right. It's great.
Do we want to live in a world full of people like the Red Skull?
Everyone's got good points. And I love it. Ooh! Ooh! Great.
AKA the Smiling Tiger.
He even has a bad nickname. Hell, he does look like me, though.
Okay. That was a cool mask. I like that mask. These are good shots. They're all good shots. Hey, Sharon! We get Sharon this episode! Yes! I was hoping she'd be introduced this early. My fingers crossed. Oh, poor Snake.
Smiling Tiger. Your favorite.
I love these.
Commitment. He's committed to the cause. The music is oof. That might be a little tough.
You good?
Aww. He cares. He cares about his friend. Just keep stepping it up. The slow-mo walk for no reason other than just cool.
Cash, what'd I tell you about the Cheerios?
Sam, I'm sorry. Let me call you back.
Sam?
Sam? Who's Sam? Kill them!
Oh, that worked. Do we have Sharon to thank for that? That went quick. What did Zemo? Follow Zemo. That was the whole thing. Oh, never mind. He's back.
Drop it, Zemo.
Sharon.
I have a place in Hightown. You should be safe there for a while.
I didn't expect Zemo to be as comedic as he is, but I'm liking it. Just that little facial.
He knows, and not so deep down.
By the way, how is the new Cap?
Don't get me started.
Before you were his pet psychopath, you were Mr. America, Cap's best friend.
Oh, she's kind of awful now.
They cleared the bionic staring machine, and he killed almost everybody he's met.
I heard that.
Try to stay out of trouble. I'll see what I can find.
Trouble?
Exactly. Why? I guess Sam and Bucky are just too angry at each other all the time, but they had to make Zemo funny guy, which is, I want to hate him. I want to hate him, but he's funny. I still hate him. Still funny. Just killed so many people.
Madripoor can give New York a run for its money.
They know how to party.
Super Spaz doing super spaz stuff. Good job, Bucky. Stay by the door. Don't let that thing close. Yay! I smell a shootout coming. So it wasn't a shootout, per se. Some John Wick style going on. Whoa, that one shot was awesome.
No clunky machines or jacked up bodies. Mine was going to be subtle.
So that explains why they're not gigantic. Uh-oh. Get a gun! Oof! Yeah, you can't do that. Got peek. Do the big reveal.
No!
Sorry.
What did you do?
What gun was that? It was like a sniper, but it shot a rocket.
It's in every action movie!
Uh-oh. Oh, boy. It's that special forces training. Oof. Yeah, he looks cool. He looks real cool.
Let's go.
Supercharged.
You're going back to jail.
He came
Do you
back.
want to find Carly or not?
Fine. But if you try that shit again...
Wouldn't dream of it.
Just get me that pardon you promised me.
That's it? She's leaving?
You're not gonna move your seat up, are you?
No.
I always thought I'd be a teacher. Like Mama Donya.
Professor Carly Morgenthau.
It's got a good ring to it.
Nagel was killed in Mandrapore. We've got the last of the serum. Power Broker is about to come begging.
So I take it what happens next isn't a strictly on the books type thing, is it, Cap?
Lamar, if we get the job done, do you really think they're gonna sweat us on the how?
It's a good point, but a bad path.
Maybe I shouldn't have put it in a museum. Maybe I should have destroyed it.
Talking like Zemo now.
World's upside down. We need a new cap, and it ain't gonna be Walker. So before you go and destroy it, I'm gonna take it from him myself.
I was about to be appreciative that Zemo was feeding them, and then I remembered it's probably not the good food.
Filthy flag smashers.
You've had 6 months worth of supplies just sat there in that building. Don't you understand? We're fighting for our lives.
And they make them more sympathetic. Again. Even the casting of that garb is just like, it's a bad guy.
Put your seatbelt on. Now.
What if Oh, I thought that was them. Oh.
There were still people in there.
This is the only language these people understand.
Oh, no. I spoke just a little too early. For a second. I was like, what if she's gonna be the new Cap? And then she murdered a lot of people. Damn. There goes the sympathy.
I was wondering when you were gonna show up.
Didn't go Zemo.
That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I thought that's what that was for a second. The Okoye beats, and I was like, oh, that's so good. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, who's stopping by? That's so good. 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 Okay. All right. That was really good. But we will discuss more in the summary. Wait a second. 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 Did they put... Oh, they did. Her credits are in Wakandan. That's... Oh! That's real. That's cool. That's cool. That's real cool. Easter egg. All right. So. That was an amazing episode, and it had everything. It had everything. It had action. It had cameos. It had comedy. It had more cameos. It had social commentary. Still, it had character development, connection, emotions, freaking awesome cinematography. The slow-mo walk to the music, just like walking in somewhere, like amazing, great, awesome. The fight scenes and the choreography were really good. The camera stayed on the motions just like enough. It was a little shaky, but like it worked. It stayed on the motion enough that you could follow it, see what was going on. I like the good like one shots throughout Sharon's fight. She is such a badass, and I'm so glad they brought her back and like gave her stuff to do instead of just like being there in the Cat movies, getting stuff. And yeah, they're right, they totally just like disregard her, and we were like, oh, where's Sharon? Oh, she'll show up in the show and be like an agent. And is she? Maybe? I don't... She's working with someone. Was that her people that she's the boss of? She's not gone. She's not gone. I'm glad she's coming back because she's got stuff to do, and we're gonna see more of her. I'm very excited about that. And I'm so excited to see one of my favorite members from the Kingsguard back. Like, alright, Denai Guerrero is great, and I loved her in Black Panther and Endgame, and no, Infinity War and Endgame. But I'm so excited that they brought, is it Ao? Yes, back from, she's been around longest. She was in Civil War. She was like there at the thing that adds emotion to a side character who, this is the side character show. This is the, like, we got Bucky, we got Sam, we got Sharon, and now we got Ao from freaking Black Panther. That's so cool. Oh, and they're giving them like, oh, they better like utilize the fact that she was there and she like experienced the bombing that Zemo freaking set off and killed the king. Like that's a lot there. Oh, and I could see, and like she probably like knows Bucky since Bucky lived in Wakanda. Like they probably like have at least like a rapport that like they can go back to and be like, hey, remember that time that we taught Bucky how to ride a rhino? That would be cool. That would be sick. That would be so cool. But oh my gosh, I was excited to see Sharon, and don't get me wrong, it did not disappoint at all. But that is, freaking internet's gonna explode. Yeah, I can't even blame this on like it's freaking 4 in the morning and I'm just finished a coffee, so we have to edit this right after this. I'm just excited. I am just excited. So we got a lot that I think this show has been waiting on. It's always the third episode. The third episode is where it really kicks off. We're still getting some setup, but we got a lot of clarification on a lot of characters. Sam and Bucky's argument has now evolved to the next level. From like, oh, I shouldn't have given away to I should have destroyed it. Maybe I should have destroyed it. If you do that, I'm taking it. Like, so now that they've both evolved to the next level of their argument, I'm excited about that. We now have confirmation that Carly is not the Robin Hood that we thought she was, given that she just murdered a bunch of people that she had tied up. Like, up until the last line. She pulled a new cap. She had it up until the last moment. I was like, yeah, you're right. They were hoarding the food, and you can steal it and like go give it to the people. She's probably using it for her camp, but like still sharing it with people. And if you just drove away, I'd be like, I totally understand what everyone's saying online. I'm 100% on board. And then she just murdered a ton of people. And like even her guy was like, whoa, what was that? So maybe there's some like they don't seem to all be on the same page at least. So we're definitely gonna get more evolution of that next time. Zemo was one of the funniest parts of this entire episode. Him dancing on the dance floor. I'm making a gif of that and I'm posting it because that's one of my favorite things. He's such a bad guy and but he was really funny this episode. I'm kind of glad they took his character in that direction, because if we had one more dark character in this episode, it might not have been as fun, but it worked. And new Cap is on his potential warpath. He's gonna break some rules and get his hands dirty, and we'll see if he does it in a Steve way, which is still good, breaking the rules for the good, or if it's what I think is going to be the wrong way, which is breaking the rules for the bad reasons, which is his insecurities of being the new Cap. He is very insecure, and this episode reestablished that, and that is the most concerning thing about him. Insecurity in a position of power as a symbol, which they just highlighted in that conversation perfectly. For a symbol that important, you cannot be insecure in that specific way. Sam's way, like there's about taking the shield, and part of that was insecurity, but there was also a lot more to it than that. And I think that especially having someone like Bucky there and knowing Steve would have helped him get through that a lot easier if he were to be the new Cap. But I mean, this guy, Walker, is not got that. He is just very insecure, and everyone is... I don't think he'd listen to any of the advice he got at this point. He is on a warpath to beat Bucky and Sam. And as far as he's concerned, they are outlaws now. So he can just capture them too and improve. They let out Zemo and be like, now I am the best and the competition is out of the way. Oh, he's gonna mess everything up. He's gonna mess it up so bad. There's so many ways the show can go. So I'm not gonna theorize. I'm just gonna move on. So the action. There was a lot of action. We got a lot more fight scenes than I was expecting. I think the rest of the show is gonna be just, unless we get an episode of setup after all that to like calm down and reset, I could see that happening, but again, we won't know until next week. So I guess we gotta wait till then. I know I'm gonna be rewatching this episode and seeing more things and trying to figure more things out about what's gonna be coming next, but I don't want to theorize too much. I learned my lesson with WandaVision. I don't even want to. Don't want to worry about it. We will see what happens, and we will get to it when we get to it. So, that being said, if you like this episode of React with Mac, go give it a like down below. I'd really appreciate it. And let me know what you think in the comments as well. Let me know what you think of the episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Was this your favorite episode so far, or do you like the episodes previously? What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think that any of my predictions were correct? Do you have any predictions yourself? You can put them right down in the comments as well. I'd love to hear those, get other people's input, see what other people thought of the episode, and think of what's going to be happening from here on in. If you like what you saw here, go down and subscribe. I'm going to be posting next episodes next week. And in between then and after them, we're going to be doing other shows and maybe some movies we have time. We're going to be starting Breaking Bad very, very soon. It is a show I have not seen a single episode of, and I'm very excited to start. So we'll get going on that as well. So if you'd like to see that, go subscribe, perhaps ring that bell so you get notified when those get posted. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching React with Mac. I have been Mac, and whatever time you're watching this at, I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.